Good morning. This is Luna. If it's your first time on this channel, please subscribe, click on the notification bell, and give me a thumbs up. That's going to help me a great deal. And while you are at it, please leave me a comment. Let me know if there are any other topics about credit you'd like me to address, and I would be more than glad to do so. Maybe you have heard this before. And man shall leave his father and mother and cleave to his wife, and the two will become one flesh. No, I am not about to preach, I promise. I want to talk about myth number 7. A lot of people have that myth where they said, you know what, we have good credit. My husband has good credit, therefore my wife has good credit, therefore we are good. That is a myth because they think that they share because they are married or related. I had a client who said, well, you know what? My sister has good credit. We all have good credit. My sister has good credit. Therefore, we all have good credit. And it is a myth. Number 7, there is no such thing as shared or joint credit report. A lot of people think that, but it is not so. It is not the truth. Even when, let's say, I purchased a house with my husband, we are both on the mortgage, that doesn't mean we have a joint credit report. Why? Because each credit report is associated with one social security number. Because we do not have a joint social security number, we cannot have a joint credit report. Now, we might have the same debt on both of our credit report. In the case of the mortgage, if the mortgage is under both our name, under my credit report, it would be the same amount for that same mortgage as would be on my husband's credit report. But it does not mean that we have a joint credit report. We can have joint debts, but not a joint report. Because some of the credit cards that I have, my husband doesn't have them, and some of his, I am not on them. Therefore, those that I have by myself would report only on my credit report, and the ones he has would report on his credit report, not on both credit report because we are married. Now, even when, in the case of a mortgage, even when only one person is on the credit report, even one is only on one credit report, if you are married and you are in foreclosure, you would be surprised that they might serve both of you because you are married. Now, while you do not have a joint credit report, some debts, I wouldn't say transfer, but is shared. I found that the hard way when I was in foreclosure. For those of you who do not already have my book, Credit Repair Secrets, you can click on the link. I would put the website on the description link where you can click on it and get my book. But in my book, I went through my journey through foreclosure. And when I was in foreclosure, it didn't matter that it was on my credit report alone. They serve me the foreclosure papers. They also send foreclosure papers to my spouse. They even send foreclosure papers to the previous addresses where I used to live. So it's just to tell you that yes, you do not have a joint credit report, but when they're trying to get you, they are trying to get you, especially in the case of a mortgage. I don't think that applies for any other type of debt if it's under your name only, that they would serve somebody else on your behalf. But for a mortgage, when you are married, even if your spouse is not on the mortgage, they still have responsibilities, apparently. But that's what I wanted to share with you today. Credit myth number 7. People think that couples have joint credit report. No, they do not. They can have joint debts that would show on both credit reports, but they do not have a joint credit report. That also means if one spouse have good credit, the other spouse still need to work on their own credit to bring it up, to bring the score up, to clean their credit, to do whatever they need to do. Because if the other spouse do not have a good credit report and they're trying to get maybe a mortgage or a car note, only one would be able to go on it, be able to get it. And that might, come into play. It might hurt you if the income of one spouse is not enough for what you are trying to do, what you are trying to finance. So that is it for today. You do not have a joint credit report with anyone because your credit report is associated only with one social security number. Until next time, stay safe and be blessed.